Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this will be the last time that I have an opportunity to talk to you all. As I mentioned in Lord Dyer, we appreciate citizens of this community coming here and being a part of our system, a system to which I've devoted my adult life to, and you've devoted a portion of your time to. I want to tell you a couple of things that I'd like for you to take back to that jury room and consider. You're not going to be asked upon by the court, by the prosecutor, or by me to forego the human elements that you bring into this courtroom and that you've exercised outside this courtroom in your daily lives. Mercy. You take a look at an individual to whom you have been convicted and you listen to the information surrounding that individual and you make a determination as to what you're going to do with Leon Jacobs for the rest of his life, for the rest of his natural life. You make that decision. And that is a hard burden to carry when you make a choice about what you do with the life of a fellow human being. It's up to you. It's out of my hands. It's out of the court's hands. It's to every member of this jury. I ask you to consider a couple of things about Leon Jacobs. You know that he went to medical school. You know that he graduated. You know that he's never before been convicted of a felony in violation of the laws of this state or any other state or of the United States. You heard testimony from Mrs. Thurlow. And Mrs. Thurlow told you that when her husband was suffering from severe Alzheimer's, that Leon was there. Leon was out at the institution where her husband was located, that he helped her husband throughout the course of his life, that he helped not only her husband, but took the pain and hardship away from her by being available to help her husband. And I suggest to you that this, that's not a reason to give a person probation. It's just not. But what it does is give you some insight into a personality opposed from what the state produced from some of its witnesses. That the human being that Leon has an element of compassion and an element that tells you, in my mind, that he can abide by the terms and conditions of probation as you see fit to impose upon him. And those conditions are outlined in the instruction that you take back to the jury room with you. That he doesn't violate any laws, that he works suitably at faithful employment. And what happens is that based on the testimony of the probation officer, the CLO in this court, that what happens if there's a violation of his probation, then he can be in front of this court as the judge instructs you in his instructions to you, and the judge can conduct a hearing, and the judge can make a determination as to whether or not there's been a violation. If it's a minor violation, I would assume that a less than severe result would occur, but that's simply an assumption. I will tell you that if a violation occurs during the period of time of probation, that a hearing can be had and this court can send Leon Jacob to the penitentiary for as long as this court determines based on your probated sentence or based on your sentence. I ask you to take every every aspect of human insight. And I ask you to come back with a probation in this case. This man can live it out. These are serious offenses, but he can live the probated sentence out, and if he doesn't, you know what the consequences will be. Thank you very much for your time and attention throughout the course of this case. It's been a week. Today is Monday. It's been a week and a day. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Warner. Public safety, please.